And there we go. Now the broadcast title says the correct things. So we have Tacticalz from Germany in the semifinal number 2 of the Hearthstone.fi Monday Night Community Tournament number 21. And Half from Team Empire representing Russia, facing off against each other. Half has a lineup of the traditional classes that we've come to see in these tournaments. Hunter, Rogue, Mage, probably Mech Mage, Oil Rogue, Face Hunter, maybe Mid-Range Hunter, we don't know, we'll have to wait and see. And Tacticalz, definitely something else, not the typical lineup. Well, Druid is something that we have seen, but Paladin and Shaman, maybe the mid-range control-ish Quartermaster Shaman, or the Mech Shaman, sorry, Quartermaster Paladin, of course, what am I talking? And then possibly the Mech Shaman coming up from him. I'm gonna go ahead and tell the players they can start the match. As you see, Tacticalz is legendary rank 508 and Half currently holding rank 5. We're gonna go ahead and start the match from the point of view of Tacticalz. Of course, Half, having reached legendary previous seasons several times, both of these players fairly accomplished. You wouldn't be at this stage of the tournament if you didn't have experience, seriously. When you consider the opposition that you've had to face to go to the top 4 from 128 player tournament, this is no small deal, guys. Experience and concentration, all these factors do a lot of these, are all the reasons why you have a lot of the same players at this stage of the matches in many online tournaments. For Tacticalz, the hand was just very bad. You have to go ahead and respect the decision that he discarded all of them. Against the Mech Mage, which it is, you want those early game deciding cards like Wrath and perhaps even minions. Ah, there we go. Aforementioned Wrath making an appearance. The Mech Mage's starting hand, not so great either. He decided to aggressively mulligan. He did get the Cogmaster Mad Scientist, that's an okay start, but from that point on forwards, but yeah, you can coin out the Shredder, you can go Blast Mage. Actually, that's a perfect curve, what am I talking about? So 1, 2, turn 3, Shredder, turn 4, Blast Mage, turn 5, Loatheb, Bob your uncle, you win the game. And Tacticalz on his side, on his part, does have the Wrath and the Swipe. Maybe the defensive Sludge Belcher will also be a deciding factor, because that is an extra 8 hit points for you right there. Might take a little bit longer than just that 6 to 7 turns. Turn 3, probably a second hero power to take out this Cogmaster. There's no reason to waste the Wrath yet. You'll know there's a lot of higher value targets in the Mage's deck. Things like the Paladin Shredder. There we go. And the Antonitis coming up for Half. This guy won't be useful until turn 8, 9, or 10, where you want to combine all those cards. Get out as much fireballs as you can. The Shredder coming up. If he does remove the Shredder and the Death Rattle doesn't create another Mech minion, then this Goblin Blast Mage's Battle Cry will just be completely useless. I personally did get the unlucky situation of getting the 2-mana 2-2 with a Divine Shield. Oh, well, that's the Micro Machine, almost as bad. Another Mech. The Mech activator factor is a big deal in this matchup. You get the free 4 damage from the Blast Mage. And this Micro Machine isn't actually bad when it comes to mechs. It's a threat that has to be handled pretty much immediately. If you leave it up for any time longer than absolutely necessary, it will become a big threat, able to at least trade up into whatever you play. Now the incentive to play Swipe right now, it's very, very high. You get rid of the 5-4 and you get rid of the Micro Machine. But better play for the curve is this Sludge Belcher, and I completely respect the decision to not use the Swipe yet. Because of the fact that that Sludge Belcher makes the board so that no matter what they play, they'll be able to swipe it out. Unfortunately though, he couldn't have expected or anticipated the Loatheb at this stage of the game. This basically makes it so that the Keeper of the Grove is the only play that you can make. Keeper out this Micro Machine before it becomes a 6 damage outburst. Use the Hero Power to take out the biggest threat, which would be the Goblin Blast Mage. You're taking out 10 damage from the board. There's still 7 left and you're down to 10, so a single Frostbolt will kill you with the ping. So 5, 7, 10, 11. That's the game. GG. You might even see the Fireball. Yep. Fireball finisher. 4.5 game starts. Once again, very, very fast. Turn 6 win. Well, it's Mech Mage, what can you expect? I was telling you he's got the perfect curve. He got the perfect curve. He got the perfect result. 1-0 in favor of Half, who's playing for Team Empire. That's a completely Russian team. If you haven't heard of it before, go check it out. Now, he's got the Hunter and the Rogue left. Out of the Tacticalz arsenal, the Druid is an okay choice against both. Paladin should also work fairly well. I don't like the Shaman against the Hunter. The Shaman-Hunter matchup is really, really poor to begin with. And the Shaman-Rogue matchup, well, it's a bit better, but not really that good either, because the Shaman Hero Power doesn't really do much against the old Rogue. So, Paladin or Druid, more than likely coming out of Tacticalz. There we go. Paladin versus the Rogue.
Watch your back.
I will fight with honor.
If his Druid was pretty taunt heavy, so if he gets the Paladin win against the Rogue, he wants to play the Druid because Half might go with the Hunter in that matchup, and the Druid has a much better chance of beating that than the Shaman. And then if you're able to force it so that it's the Shaman versus Rogue in the last match, you might have a chance to take this match. Or take this series, to be more precise. Well, Tacticalz has the option of starting with the Greedy Knife Juggler. I personally don't think you should go for it. The mini-bot is a much better option, especially given that Rogues do have the backstabs and pretty much all the other possible tools to work and deal the 2 damage with. So this mini-bot, much more safe alternative to starting the play up. Now when you play Knife Juggler on turn 2, your shielded mini-bot should be safe from pretty much everything. Oh, he values his Knife Juggler Muster for Battle combo enough to not play it out right now. He also probably wants to threaten with these Silverhand recruits by playing down the Muster for Battle on this upcoming turn. Or the SS7 agent decides, nope, we don't want to have any agents left on the field. Of course, the Muster over this basic reinforce. Yeah, you're threatened with a Fan of Knives at turn 4, but it's not optimal on the curve. So it's not that big of a deal. You're basically trading 1 card for 1 card anyway, if the Fan of Knives does come out, and it should come out really. All the other options. Blade Flurry in this stage of the game is a huge waste when the Fan of Knives does all the work for you already. There we go. He should not play the Deadly Poison. In fact, I think he should actually attack with the weapon in a case, because you need to redo that dagger at some point. Anyways. And then you want to have your attack available to you. Turn 4, yep, True Sylvan Champion. Nice on the curve, able to take out the SS7 agent. No problems there. Instead of the Pilot Shredder. If you had played the Pilot Shredder, then the SS7 agent could have gotten amazing value, so totally understand why that decision was made. Upcoming Harrison Jones on 5, at least 1 card. If Half goes for the renewed dagger, you might even get 2 cards out of it. Falnars and the Reinforce here to heal yourself up a little bit. In fact, he should attack here. There we go. That's a very well read situation. because of the fact that he knows that the tech Harrison might be coming up. And if it does come up, well, they're pretty much screwed. Because you give the paladin cards.
Job's done.
Knife Juggler combined with Muster, one of those will have to hit the Thalnos. Will have to hit the Thalnos. Will have to hit the Thalnos.
Well met.
Oh lord, none of them hit the Thalnos. Well, this weapon would otherwise take out the Thalnos, but he already attacked with the Lights Just, with the 4 attack value True Silver Champion, so of course that's not gonna take out him either. This Blood Mage surviving despite all odds, that's 3 times 25%, 12.5%, 3 times 50%, 12.5% chance for the Thalnos to stay alive. Little poison, AoE, there we go, everything taken out on the board. And Thalnos even gets a finishing touch by attacking the face of Tacticalz. That's gotta be just adding insult to injury. You know he shouldn't even be there, and he still just lingers on tauntingly. Turn 6, Paladin Strider into a dude, waiting for turn 7 Dr. Boom flood the board into turn 14 if you're still alive. The threat here, well, Southsea Deckhand 2, 5 with the weapon, that's 8 damage coming this turn. So you can go Lothep hero ability this turn, base your attack value for the next turn. Since you don't have the Blade Flurry, you don't care. And do you really play Harrison Jones against a single charge 1/1 dagger? Are you that much afraid of lethal? I don't think you should. I see we have Tacticalz fans in the audience. That's great. It's always nice to see fan favorites playing up against others. Now, if he uses the 4-3 to attack into the Lothep, he should definitely Peacekeeper it first so this Shredder doesn't get destroyed. He can now also utilize the weapon much more freely, doesn't take 5 damage to the face. The only downside to playing the Eldar is the fact that it does lock out all the other options from your hand to even being used. But the 5/5 is too big of a threat to not handle. So now the Deckhand deals 2, 8 with the Sharp Sword Oil, 9 with the Knife +1, it's 5 mana used, 9 plus Eviscerate is 4. I believe that is 1 off lethal. Let's see if I can do the math. 9, 4, yep, 1 off lethal with the Eviscerate, which will be coming down next turn. It doesn't actually matter even if Tacticalz plays down this Tyrion because of the sap that Half is holding. There are no double taunts coming up. You can play the Sludge Belcher, but you don't have any draws. You have the Harrison Jones, but if you destroy the Wicked Knife, you have to draw into a 3-mana taunt, and I don't think those exist. Nope. Consecration. This 1/1 will take out the 5/1. It's a valiant effort, valiant effort. Not gonna lie, but the sap SS7 Eviscerate will finish this match in favor of Half. And making it 2-0 for the Team Empire representative. Almost a bit of BM there by utilizing the dagger and not using the combo of the SS7 agent. Well, almost a BM, but not really. I would give that a 2 out of 10. That is now 2-0. We saw a complete reversal in the previous semi-final. Could it be possible? You're facing a Face Hunter 3 times, more than likely a Face Hunter from Half. It would require the Face Hunter to get awful draws, absolutely awful draws for all those matchups, especially against the Shaman. I think it's looking a lot like Tacticalz doesn't have a lot of chances to go ahead from the semifinal, but it is one one world championship point regardless. Let's not throw all the hopes down the well, so to speak. We Finns actually have a saying where we say don't throw the axe down the well, but I don't think that would work with the international audience. You guys don't throw axes down wells too often, do you? So, it is the Paladin. He knows it will be the Hunter left, so the Paladin choice makes a lot of sense. There are still a lot of taunts. Paladin into Druid, and then hoping to get the Shaman last, because that is definitely the last and the worst pairing you can get. Now, I think we might be DC'd from the match. Let's see. Sometimes the spectator mode bugs out. Could also be that Half hasn't decided on which cards to throw out. Nope, he opts to hold on to all of them. Probably gonna coin out the Haunted Creeper due to the fact that you can activate the Haunted Creeper when the Knife Juggler is on the board. Or even the Mad Scientist with the coin. The Scientist provides a bit more early on pressure than the Haunted Creeper, but the Creeper synergizes really well with the Juggler. Both are valid options. I like the Creeper because you might see something like the Shielded Minibot. The Shielded Minibot would be perfect to throw the Creeper at. Hey, there we go. Exactly on cue. Minibot, we're gonna get played. Knife Juggler put down on the board. The Creeper will get popped, and it's a 25% chance that the Minibot will automatically be killed. You might also see the Mad Scientist being played, because that's a safe bet. You don't want to take if you don't want to take the 25% chance with the Knife Juggler, then this Mad Scientist is the 100% choice. You will throw the Haunted Creeper into the Divine Shield. Expect the 2/2 Minibot to take down your Scientist, and that'll be the end of that. So either the greedy, aggressive Knife Juggler play, or just the safe Mad Scientist play. At this level of competitive Hearthstone, it's pretty uncommon to see the more risky choice. I would like to see the risky choice, because that would give us something to get excited about, but nah, it's the Mad Scientist. And then use the 1/2 to pop it. These turns are... Oh! He wants to give value to the Divine Shield. Interesting choice, if so. Yep. This means that the Shielded Minibot will stay alive on the board, and you won't have the 1/1s on the board waiting. You're actually gimping your own damage output and giving this Shielded Minibot more value in the trade into the Mad Scientist. The only alternative is to play the Dude over the Knife Juggler, and the Dude definitely is not good since the opposing hunter is holding onto the Haunted Creeper. That's an Explosive Trap, which is to be expected. On turn 3, the Animal Companion, even if it is the 4/4 taunt, it's gonna work in your favor. If it's Huffer, you're gonna go for the face. And if it's Leok, this Haunted Creeper will much more effectively trade up into the Knife Juggler. And there we go, it is Leok, enabling the better trades, and these 1/1s suddenly become a threat against the Shielded Minibot. He will proc the Explosive Trap first, of course, that'll say bye-bye to the Minibot, but after that, you will be able to utilize your True Soul Champion, take out the Leok, and make these small Spectral Spiders less of a threat. And heal yourself up from the damage output of the trap, just enough for the True Soul Champion's attack proc to be useful and not just one hit point. Proper and factual use of skills in the correct order. Blade Zuko, Knife Juggler, or Hero Power. I actually think you should, since you're running low on cards at this stage, you should prioritize the Hero Power as high as possible. Yep, that's the correct choice right there. Tacticalz with the 4 attack value True Soul Champion. You're gonna want to go ahead and use the Knife Juggler Hero Power here. Hope that the juggle hits the Spectral Spider. You won't use this weapon onto the smaller minions before you see where the juggles hit. Well, since the juggles hit the face, you're gonna have to take out the 2/1 so it doesn't trade up into the Knife Juggler. The Knife Juggler, one of the MVPs in this matchup. If you manage to get Master for Battle as well, it's gonna clear out the 1 hit point minions that the Hunter usually floods the board with. At 5 mana, I would like to see Wolf Rider Hero Power. Or if you're gonna use the Unleash the Hounds, then you of course want to use the Knife Juggler first. This pretty much guarantees that you will get rid of the opposing Knife Juggler no matter what. Yep, there we go. And using the 2/1 Glaive Zuka. Of course, why not? If Tacticalz is able to eke it out onto turn 8, this Lay on Hands will be one of the MVP cards of this whole matchup, but it's looking a bit unlikely. Either Sylvanas or Black Knight. Sylvanas provides you with the utility and 5/5 stats over the Black Knight with 4/5 and no utility right now. You could also opt to go for the True Silver Champion, clear with the Knife Juggler into the 1/1 Reinforce. This would ensure no more juggles from the Knife Juggler. You would heal yourself up a little bit, and the 1/1 should be able to trade up better. So I actually prefer the True Silver Champion this turn. It gives you the small heal, it gives you the opportunity to deny the damage output from the 3/2. There's not going to be a lot of targets more valuable to take out with the True Silver than this Knife Juggler right now. Yeah, Sylvanas is a bit more of a risky play. It's the I want to play to win play in a way, because then you don't take any, but then you do take the risk of having the bigger minion and no responses to the Knife Juggler, but you might get the Death Rattle to take control of a really valuable charge minion or what have you in order to trade it up. Wolf Rider for the aggression combined with the Leper Gnome into a hero power when you can and when you should. Of course they're going to use the dog to take out the 1/1 so he cannot trade up into the Wolf Rider. This forces Tacticalz to use his weapon as a clear once again, and that forces him dangerously low, but you have to take out either the Wolf Rider or the Leper Gnome. In this situation I would prioritize the Wolf Rider higher. You could argue that going for face means that you heal yourself and force the opposing player to try and come up with a solution, but if you don't take out the 3/1, it's gonna guarantee a new attack. This way you minimize the damage impact. Now, Half of course wants to hold on to at least one of these owls for the kill command activator. The Lay on Hands this turn is a must. You have to play the Lay on Hands this turn. You will die if you don't. Like I said, if you manage to eke it out to turn 8, you might have a chance. If he doesn't play the Lay on Hands, he's guaranteed to die due to the 2 damage output from the Leper Gnome as well. So, yep, the only reasonable thing to do, the only correct choice to do right there. If Half draws into the kill command, wow. That's 2, 4, 9. Not quite enough. Tacticalz needs... Well, even with the taunt, it's not enough. Owl takes care of the taunt, activates the kill command 5+ hero ability. So he needs another Lay on Hands, or an Antique Heal Bot, or... Are there any Fars here, maybe? Wow, he uses the kill command preemptively. I think that's a mistake. Okay, Tyrion, nope.
Well played.
That's it. 3-0 for Half.
Well played. Reporting for duty.
And honorable Mitsubishi. And that series is now over. We will next tune into the grand final for the Hearthstone.fi Monday Night Community Tournament number 21, powered by Fractio.fi. If you're ever interested in web services, go and check them out. They're great people enabling us to run this tournament. We will be seeing Empire Half versus A83650. I believe his team is also represented. He belongs to an esports organization. I just currently can't remember the name. I will check it out for you guys before we start the final.